this. What's up, everyone? Today I'm driving this 2006 BMW M3 competition. 2006 means it's still the last year of the E46 generation. Now, I borrowed this car from a friend of mine with a full intention of buying it. But unfortunately, I cannot buy it. I'm going to tell you towards the end of this video why I can't buy this car, but I'm also going to tell you why you should. But before that, let's downshift. Oh yeah. Tommy L. Garage back in college would have loved this car. I'm not going to go into specifics of what an E46 BMW M3 really is. There's a ton of videos out there. But I'm going to tell you real quick. 338 horsepower, 269 pound-feet of torque, 3,400 pounds in this naturally aspirated straight six. Back in the day, the 5-second or 4.8 second, depending on where you look, 0 to 60 time was considered really, really fast. But what was considered even better is how well this car handled, because it does have a nearly 50-50% weight distribution, and this is really what you feel the most when driving this car. I'm being honest, you don't necessarily feel the speed. The car feels actually downright slow when you step on it, but it does feel nimble when you take it on the twisties. What's cool about this car is that it's a 2006, which has been fully rebuilt. Its major components were rebuilt, minus the shifter, I guess. I don't know what happened there. Ray, please don't kill me. But the suspension has been overhauled, all the bushings, the engine, so the rod bearings were done, the vanos was serviced, the valves were adjusted. All of this was done despite the fact that the car has 130,000 miles on the odometer. But despite the high mileage, it feels very new. It also helps the fact that it also has a completely new interior. The owner of this car completely swapped out the interior with a bunch of new pieces. I think this center console is the only old piece, but the door panels are new, the seats are new, but it feels brand new on the inside. It looks brand new on the outside because it was also fully resprayed. A friend of mine owns a body shop, and he was able to fully strip down this car into all the pieces, take all the panels off, fully respray it, and put it back together so there are no squeaks. The engine also feels perfect, as I shall now demonstrate again. 7,500 RPM redline, and you feel most of that power above 5,000 RPM. I think 4,800 is the peak horsepower and torque for this car. So it's not necessarily fun driving it in slow traffic, but once you get it on an open road, on the twisties, or even on the highway, it is absolutely a blast. Another good thing about this car is this. Oh, and that. There are two things you notice when driving an E46 BMW M3. First thing is how old school and BMW Motorsport everything feels. The second thing is this car gets zero attention. Whereas when you drive in like the F8 or even the new BMW, people always turn heads and look at you. In this car, I drove this car through the city, through Manhattan. I drove it through Brooklyn. I drove it in my town. Not one person looked at me. Not one person gave me thumbs up. So you can kind of fly below the radar amongst the regular cars. The enthusiast will always notice it. Hold on, let's see. Speaking of which, there's a BMW with a carbon fiber lip. Let's see if he notices me. Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna give him thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yeah. Nope. Nope. Not even a look. Yeah. So not even enthusiasts. Apparently, the new school enthusiasts look at this car. Let's take it on some twisties now. But first, let's see how it launches. Oh yes. So this car is running KW V2 suspension. It also has upgraded sway bars, and it feels a lot better. I've driven a stock E46. I don't remember it feeling as direct, but when I compare it to some of the cars I've driven in the past, you still have some body lean, you still have some roll, you still have some understeer, but as you just heard, heel and toe is super easy in this car. The steering rack is quite slow when you compare it to modern cars. The brakes have been upgraded. I believe the front brakes are from a 135, the rear brakes are from another BMW. And when you combine all of this, you still get a very, very decent package, a package that you can really wind up and enjoy that naturally aspirated engine. And you hear it? That's your motorsport sounding engine and exhaust. Super easy to heel and tow. Absolutely easy. Wow. I just downshifted for the heck of it because it feels good. Look at these twisties over here. Yeah. The steering ratio is not as quick as in some of the newer cars, but it's still very, very nimble. Oh man, it is actually quite nimble. Wow. Let's see this again. Woo. Oh my God. I kid you not. This car handles so well, and you can go through corners so fast that it kind of makes you nauseous if you really push it. But I won't push it anymore because it's not my car. I want to preserve it. Wow. Absolutely wow. So, what is wrong with me? Why will I not buy this car? I'll tell you why. Because I've been spoiled. I'm one of those spoiled kids who at one point had a better toy, and now every toy that I get, I compare it to that nice toy that I had. And that toy was my 2015 Cayman S. If you follow the channel, you know which car I'm talking about. The Cayman S was also a naturally aspirated flat six engine with a similar power. It was a mid-engine vehicle. It was a little lighter, 3,100 pounds. When you compare the Cayman S to this, they're in a similar price range when you compare them with the same mileage. Maybe actually the E46 M3 would be a little more expensive. But the Cayman S handled a lot better because it's a mid-engine car. The Cayman S sounded a lot better. The Cayman S had an absolutely amazing manual transmission, which was miles, and I mean miles, better than this. It accelerated a lot faster, and if that's your thing, the Cayman got a lot more looks. Now, if you cannot get over the fact that you want that classic BMW Motorsport feeling every time you drive, by all means get the E46. Hey, maybe you can buy this one because it is an absolutely amazing vehicle. Anyways, that's all I had to say. Any questions, comments, leave them down below. I'll answer every single one of them. Now I need to wash this car because I want to take some pictures so it presents nicely for the new owner. Anyways, thank Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video, I hope. Bye-bye.